So what is it that you can do so that you enhance the chances that you will succeed? And remember, the chances that you succeed depend on your efforts, your contributions, the outcomes of your actions, and also on the actions of others. You will deal with situations where others will augment your actions, where others will attenuate your actions. Even in this institution, I'm sure some of the senior students have come across situations where you have genuinely put in some action and there are others trying to counter you and cut you down to size. That's normal day-to-day politics. This is a part of the real world and you have to deal with that. Okay? There are many ways to deal with it, but I was just wanting to point out that when one takes a retributive approach, this is a lesson which many great thinkers have given already, and I've also discovered that the very hard way, so I thought I'll share it with you. When you take a retributive posture, okay, when you're trying to say, okay, man, now, in fact, there's a nice thing called transactional analysis, which is a nice body of knowledge. If you get a chance, try to go through it. Transactional analysis, which says everybody's personality can be split into three parts: child, adult, and parent, all of us. And our interactions are also based on how you are working. For example, if I ask him, why are you sitting there? Why are you wearing shorts? Okay, what's your reaction? What's your name? Yeah? Sivaramakrishnan. Okay, Sivaramakrishnan, let's do a little play acting for less than a minute. Why are you wearing your shorts? Uncouth fellow?
Sorry, sir. I didn't know it would offend you. I'm sorry.
Okay. Unfortunately, you can't see Sivaramakrishna's body language, which is also a very important part of communication. This is something I thought I will tell you in dealing with yourself. Please understand, this is well known in communication researchers that 60% of your communication is body language. Which means 60% of the signals that you receive from another person are the person's body language. And it's only 40% that's actually connected with the words. I'm talking of well-researched, published research. Okay? And of that, they say 30% of, I'm just splitting 60-30 is the diction. Which means the packaging that you are giving to the words. And only 10% is the actual meaning of the words. This is about communication, dealing with yourself. So next time you communicate with somebody, take care of this aspect. So when I'm going to say, why are you sitting there? Uncouth. I'm using a parent state. Are you getting it? And he is saying, sorry sir. It depends on his reaction. Suppose his reaction were, sorry sir, he is on a child state. So many human reactions, interrelationships can be mapped on to this parent, adult, child model, you know. And there is one, these are called games. And there is one game, I thought I'll give you a quick sort of overview of that. And one game is called the Niggy Sob game. And that's called, Now I Get You Son of a Bitch. Okay, Niggy Sob. And why I told you that is, it's a game which is not a productive game because, very simple, it ends up in a situation which is called lose-lose situation. Both parties, if they play that game, it's well known, it leads to a lose-lose situation. That's why I said in dealing with yourself, one of the important aspects that you must develop is that great Buddha's attitude, you know. If somebody does something very bad to you, most of you will know that story. He tells the other party, what will happen if I don't take something from you which you are offering? And the other party says, it will remain with me. And the other party had abused Buddha. And Buddha says, I refuse to take your abuse. It's a wonderful lesson, which means the abuse rests with the other party. And this is a part of your peace. So in dealing with yourself, if you are observing yourself in a difficult situation where the other party is giving a tough signal to you, a very disturbing signal to you, Yeah. So obviously there is greater wisdom in trying to hold your own. Now, why am I saying this? Am I a master in the practice of that behavior? I'm not a master. I'm a decent student struggling to become a master in that. I'm genuinely struggling. I know there are several times when I've dealt with situations where somebody is abusing you or playing dirty tricks with you. You know it's a dirty trick. In your mind, it's a dirty trick. Okay? But you have to hold your own. And in dealing with myself, one of the things I've learned is, Ganesh, hold on. Restraint. So, one of the difficult arts you have to practice with yourself is the art of restraint. Hold back. Don't immediately jump into a conclusive mode of behavior. And if you hold back, it generates long-term peace in you. And this, again, many people have commented that this is a basic truth. It's true for every human being. It's true for every human being. The more restrained you are, restraint does not hurt you. Okay, so this is another aspect of dealing with yourself. Okay. I have just a couple of more points which I wanted to share, because many of the points had already been very effectively given by Colonel Jayakumar. In fact, I sat through the presentation like you. I didn't know what was coming. I had seen the presentations, but obviously I had not seen him deliver the whole thing. He's done it very effectively. Okay. Some aspects I wanted to sort of outline to you. This whole business of success is a very difficult game. I'm going to share some instances of many of my friends, both seniors, my own classmates, some of my juniors whom I know, who have succeeded in certain dimensions of life. Okay? Have definitely succeeded, but in their intimate conversations, they say, Ganesh, there is a certain emptiness in my life. I'm not able to understand this. And you know, I've reached, some of them are sitting in top positions also. You know, I've reached this kind of a position. There is some emptiness in my life. And much of it was captured beautifully by the set of slides which was shown by Jayakumar. You know, I hope you will remember them. I'd like him to put it up somewhere. And this is a vast majority of the people. I'm not talking of a minority. I want you to understand, this is a vast majority of my friends who say, when we get into good, close conversations, there is this emptiness in my life. Okay? And they do ask me, by and large, we find you a happy guy. What is the reason? Yes, by and large, I am a happy guy. I enjoy myself thoroughly. I keep saying this. One reason I know is because I chose to become a teacher by careful evaluation of what I can do. And therefore, I am doing what I am liking, and therefore, I like what I do, and therefore, I am by and large a happy fellow.